very much, Peter, and welcome, everybody. It's always so gratifying to see the full room. We kind of hope and we expect, but when we actually see it, it's brilliant. So welcome back, everybody, and there's really distinguished guests in the delegate pack today, so thank you all very, very much for coming. I wanted to say, actually, I'm looking for our previous chairman, Chris Upton, who I don't think is here. I was going to say a big thank you to him. I've got some pictures of him. There he is on the slide. He has actually stepped down from being our chairman after a very long run. And we have a new chairman. A lot of you will already know Bob Silk from Barclays, who was very keen to be here, and he's desperately sorry that he can't be. He was called away at the last minute, but he did ask me to pass on his regards and to welcome you on his behalf as well. So that's Bob. Really just want to give you a tiny update on HOSPA and HOSPACE. We continue to grow. We are very much the professionals association, so we're still in our spheres of finance, revenue management, technology, asset management, and of course marketing. Our relationship with the HMA, the Hotel Marketing Association, goes from strength to strength, so that just becomes more and more important to us as time goes on. I know we've got Petra and I think probably Harry in the room here as well, so welcome to the HMA people that we're working very closely with. As a result of that, our membership is growing, and our professional development, it's over a year ago now, we changed to work with the Hayward Group, and they have actually grown our professional development courses quite a lot. We have courses now running in finance and revenue management, which we've done for a long time, but also now in asset management as well. And we're hoping to introduce a technology one sometime, hopefully next year, but keep your eyes peeled for information on that. They are here. They've got to stand just outside the front door here, or main doors to the room. So please go and say hello to the chaps on the professional development stand if you can as well. The room outside as well is packed with exhibitors and sponsors. Those of you who are operators in the business have come on a complimentary ticket today, and that's all because we've had the support of our wonderful sponsors and exhibitors. So please, would you go and give them some of your time if you possibly can, because without them, we wouldn't be able to put on this whole event today. So the more time you can spend with them, the more likely they are to come back next year, and we can do it all over again. So please do give them some time as well. There's also a few sponsored sessions during the day, which we keep short because we know nobody wants to just listen to a sponsor for hours on end, but that does enable them to get their message across to you, and they're very short, so we'd appreciate you attending those sessions as well if you possibly could. Well, you wouldn't want to miss any of them, really, but if you could come to the panels as well, fantastic. We are also running the event virtually. We only open that up to people who are overseas because we feel it's really important that we're here to network one-to-one as much as absorb all the content and the learnings from today. But we are going out live to some international guests as well through a system called All Seated, and they are going to do a quick presentation later on this afternoon in the future of events. It's quite spectacular. If you do want to have a look at the link, it's amazing. It's all in 3D, and the exhibitors are all on there as well, so that's worth having a quick look at if you get the opportunity. I want to thank all the Royal Lancaster staff, as ever. They are amazing. They never let us down. They've been fabulous this year. And although I did find out that our President, Harry Murray, had a better room than me last night, but I guess that's only to be expected. I thought mine was the best. It was that good. There was one better, apparently. So thank you very much to the Royal Lancaster. And also the HOSPA team. You don't know how hard it is sometimes. In the run-up to this, it's just phenomenal. But we look at each other in sort of like, who's done that? Who's done that? And then we laugh. So we actually quite enjoy it, but they have worked incredibly hard. We've got much bigger numbers this year, and our team has increased slightly, but it's always a big challenge. So I really have to thank my team as well. I'm thinking they're mostly in the room, so thanks everybody. And thanks to all the speakers. Can't forget them, they're very important. We are putting the table plan together for dinner. So if you have any queries on the table plan, if you're registered, or if you're not sure if you are, or if you can't come, please do let us know. Anybody on the reception desk can take a message. My colleague Mary is actually running it, so if you find Mary, she's wearing a beautiful green dress, she can take any queries on that. But please do try. It's always hard to get the right numbers on the right tables in the right places. So if you have any news or need to check, please do check with us. But enjoy the programme. Thank you very much for coming. I know we're going to have a fabulous day. There is one last thing I've got to say, forgot before I introduce Harry. Outside there's a flower wall produced by Flower Box. It's beautiful. It's got some lovely HOSPACE branding on there as well as Flower Box. So perfect for an Instagram post. So if you want to go out and have your photograph taken there, we'd love that too. But now I'm going to invite our wonderful President Harry Murray onto the stage. So please give a big round of applause for Harry. Thank you.
Just have to warm this up. Well,
ham toasties, please.
Pardon?
2 ham toasties, please.
Thank you, Jane, for the introduction and for the wonderful job you do. I am delighted to welcome you to HOSPACE 2022 and wish you all a successful, productive and enjoyable day, and look forward to meeting up with you during the breaks. Once again, Jane Pendlebury and her team have arranged a program to cover some of the critical areas that are having an impact on our great industry, with a lineup of top speakers. Today's speakers include Kate Nichols, OBE, CEO of UK Hospitality, who supports all sectors of our industry and consistently lobbies government at every opportunity, which is not easy when you consider the many changes just in the last few months. Since our conference last year, we have been faced with even more problems due to the war in Ukraine, which, combined with Brexit and the pandemic, has resulted in escalating costs, and in particular, energy costs. The biggest concern, however, in my view, is the staffing crisis. And it really saddens me to see so many businesses not operating at full capacity due to staff shortages. Some hotels and restaurants are now closing on a Monday and a Tuesday. Some restaurants close for lunch, and many restaurants, pubs, and nightclubs have closed down. And many more are facing insolvency. According to the British Chamber of Commerce, 80% of businesses are now have vacancies for staff. And of course, this puts pressure on the staff in situ, causing frustration, making it difficult to retain staff, and creating health issues. And also, not operating at full capacity is costing the industry £22 billion a year in lost revenue and a shortfall of £7 billion in taxes to the Exchequer. We can continue to lobby and plead with government to relax the immigration rules, but we have to be realistic and make every possible effort ourselves to try and resolve the staffing crisis. Before you can resolve a problem, you need to identify the cause of the problem. And whilst we know that losing thousands of migrants post-Brexit and during the pandemic, we have to acknowledge that the difficulty in trying to persuade young people to consider a career in hospitality, a career of choice, has been an escalating and ongoing problem for many, many years and needs to be urgently addressed. A recent survey of young people between 14 and 21 was carried out by Business London and the University of Greenwich to find out what their career aspirations are and what they want from their current and future employers. It was concerning to note that only 1 in 10 would consider a career in hospitality. The research highlighted the fact that Generation Z have very clear expectations of what they want from their current and future employers. The reasons for not choosing hospitality was their perceptions of low pay, lack of knowledge of jobs in hospitality, insufficient skills, lack of respect, working unsociable hours, and no details of structured career paths. I must also mention the survey carried out by Inclusive Hospitality, which highlighted real concerns about the impact of racism in the hospitality workplace, whereby 42% of mixed hospitality professionals felt their race had hindered their career progression. I mentioned last year that our industry needs strong and extraordinary leadership. Our people are our most valuable asset, and all the associations need to work closely together to meet the many challenges facing our industry. We need to develop and project a culture of diversity and inclusion that we can be proud of and promote the opportunities in the hospitality industry at every possible opportunity. We have to persuade parents, teachers, career advisors that hospitality is a good career of choice. We must understand and respond to the needs and aspirations of different generations. Many hospitality leaders are leading by example and have developed a culture of equity, diversity, and inclusion, and treat their people as family. They also ensure every member of the team reach their full potential by investing in training and development. They understand the need to listen to their people, care about their well-being, and the importance of work-life balance. A number of these top leaders are speaking here today, all mastering holders and past hoteliers of the year. Danny Pecorelli, MD at Exclusive Hotels. Andrew Stembridge, MD at Iconic Hotels. And our host here today, Sally Beck, GM at this hotel. In 2019, Sally launched the Hoteliers Charter with 10 key principles that every hotel should adopt. I also believe that all sectors of hospitality should embrace a similar charter to help recruitment and retention of people. Sally also operates this hotel with 31 apprentices working in all departments. I'm a great believer in the apprenticeship route. I started my own career as an apprentice, earning whilst learning. I would also like to mention Master Inn holder Adrian Ellis, this year's Hotelier of the Year, and General Manager of the Lowry Hotel in Manchester, and Chairman of the Manchester Hotels Association. Adrian works tirelessly to promote the hospitality industry to parents, teachers, career advisors at every opportunity. He has linked 30 hoteliers with 30 schools and has now introduced this initiative to hoteliers in Liverpool, Bristol, and Tyneside. Just imagine if all operators followed these examples, we would soon help change the perception of our great industry and make people aware that hospitality is not just about chefs and waiters. Our hotels, restaurants, pubs, leisure businesses are our shop window. And by inviting parents, teachers, career advisors, and young people to a variety of venues, we can demonstrate the wonderful opportunities available in the hospitality industry. Jane Pendlebury and her team are also leading by example and playing an important part with the HOSPA Excellent online training programs. With ever-rising costs and the need to grow business, financial management, revenue management, and technology have never been more important. Again, there are a number of speakers here today who will guide you through the opportunities to use technology to save costs and help grow your business. Global tourism. I must also mention Springboard, of course, because they play a huge part and have a mission to future-proof the talent pipeline and showcase the opportunities a career in hospitality offers. Global tourism is growing at an enormous pace, and the fall in the value of the pound puts the UK in prime position to take advantage of this growth. I wish you all every success in meeting the many challenges facing our industry. And it now gives me great pleasure to welcome our host today here at the Royal Lancaster, Sally Beck. Thank you very much.
I'm delighted to welcome you all again to the Royal Lancaster. I was saying to Jane, it's 6 years. She came to us 2017 and stayed 2017, 2018, 2019, and the historic 2020. When I think of HOSPA and I think of Jane, I think of creativity, I think of bravery, I think of technology, and I think of people. But 2020, she took the mantle and went virtual. And I think, Gareth will tell me if I'm right or wrong, I think she was the only consistent company that ran a conference the entire period of the pandemic. So I think hats off to you, Jen. I know this conference is so important about technology, but it's also about people. Harry very kindly mentioned the Hoteliers Charter. We moved it from nothing to something, and there's 500 hoteliers signed up, and now it needs a new parent. So it's moved across to Kate at UKH, and will become a foundation of a hospitality charter to talk about progressive businesses that care about their people and care about our industry and careers, not just jobs. So I applaud Kate for taking it on, look after the baby, and I wish you a cracking day today talking about technology and all important people. Thank you.